When I'm streaming, one of the most common questions that I get from the chat is, how can I make World Series? What can I do differently to get to World Series? I've never made it before. I want to make it. What are your tips for World Series, TJ? So today, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Let's go. Woo! Most of you guys already know this about me, but if you don't, I've made World Series in every single season that it has been in MLB The Show. All the way back to MLB 18, since it got implemented in ranked seasons, we have made World Series. In 17 of those seasons, we have gotten a top 50 rating as well. And we've also been in the top 50 on the lifetime leaderboards in MLB 19 and MLB 20. So I want to try to spread some of that ranked season knowledge, give you guys some of these tips, like I said, and hopefully make you guys as raw as you possibly can be. The big thing about my tips is I want to try and stay as far away from gameplay as I possibly can. We might circle back into it a little bit, but I want to try and leave gameplay out of it as much as possible because I want this stuff to be usable by any skill level player out there. So with that, I got 7 things that we're going to talk about today. Tip number 1, find the settings that you are most comfortable with before you even jump into a game. And this is mainly talking about your hitting settings. If you're playing online and you're struggling at the plate a little bit, or if you're in a little bit of a slump, jump into your settings and change some stuff up. A lot of the time, you're just not comfortable with what you're using, and there might be something better out there. Like, for example, if you have your PCI center off, maybe turn it on, put it on altitude, put it on diamonds, or vice versa. If it's on, turn it off. I love nothing in the middle of my PCI. That's where I'm most comfortable. If you have your PCI outer on, turn it off, change it to inner, vice versa again. Sometimes just diving deep into your settings and changing some stuff up can be so beneficial. And when you change stuff up, jump into custom practice. Go into custom practice, mess with your settings, find something that you like, and start raking. I alluded to custom practice a little bit during tip number 1, but if you guys don't know what it is, essentially you can jump into BP basically against a live pitcher. So I'm facing Clayton Kershaw right now with the Rockies. You can do any team, including legends, all-star teams, whatever, and you basically just hit. You just practice whatever difficulty you want, again, with whatever PCI settings you want, but do this before you guys jump into a ranked seasons game. I used to notice when I would jump into a ranked seasons game without seeing any pitches that I would always struggle. I was like, why am I always losing my first ranked seasons game of the day? Well, I wasn't warm. It sounds crazy, but just like real life, a warm-up never hurts. So jump into custom practice, face some live pitching, preferably on whatever difficulty you're going to be facing in the game, and get warm. It's going to do nothing but help you out when you jump into that first real game of the day. I have a historically bad habit of playing one too many games every night when I'm streaming. And by that, what I mean is I'm exhausted. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning. I try to jump into another game and I just cannot hit. I score maybe 1 run, lose a stupid game, and lose rating points. I always do it, and this is what I want you guys to avoid. So if you're like me and you're a night owl, or you're trying to play a game in the morning before work, don't do it unless you're fully locked in. So assess how tired you are. If you got anything on your mind and you're not locked into a dang video game, don't play it out. If you're sick, don't play it. Like I said, be smart about when you guys play. It sounds crazy, but if you lose a stupid game because you're exhausted, a game that you should have won, that's a 40 or 50 ranked season point swing. That's half a division. That's super important. So assess when it's smart to play. And again, last game of the night and you're feeling super tired, even half tired, shut it down for the night. It'll save you rating points. Again, going back to my Twitch chat, I cannot tell you guys how many times in the 2 years that I've been streaming that somebody has come into the chat and said, gosh dang it, I was in my World Series push, I lost a tough game, and I was dwindling on it, and then I lost 4 more in a row, and now I lost 120 points. Or I was at an 899, I lost off a bad animation, and then I lost 3 more in a row because I was still mad. Now I'm all the way down to an 805. Guys, it's baseball, and it's crazy how much a baseball video game ties into real life baseball. Do not dwindle. Have a short memory. That is the most important thing that you can do in this, because I've lost on so many bad animations, and it sucks. It sucks loading up another game right after that and trying to play another game, but forget about the last one. It's in the past. You absolutely have to, because losing streaks in this game, they will kill you guys. You guys know how it is. You win, you go up 20 points. You lose, you go down like 30 or 40. Losing streaks will kill you. So you have to have a short memory. You got to move on to the next one and do not let it turn into the snowball effect. That cannot happen in a World Series push. A smart quit is essentially assessing the situation and realizing that it's not smart for me to stay in this game. I'm going to quit. Now, here's some situations where a smart quit might come into play and might be helpful. So let's say that you're in the bottom of the 7th inning, okay? It's later in the game. Let's say bottom of the 6th, bottom of the 7th, you know, sometime later in the game. You're down 8-0, okay? Now, I know a lot of people that don't like quitting out of games, and I fully and totally respect that. But bottom 7th, 8-0, that is a great time, you know, hypothetically, to take a smart quit. That is 2 to 3 innings of your bullpen that you can save your pitching. So you're down 8 runs. Maybe it's a pretty good player you can't hit. Move on to the next one. Take the quit and save that pitching, because let's say you bring in Aroldis Chapman out of the bullpen. I don't know who would bring in Aroldis Chapman down 8-0 anyway. But let's say hypothetically you bring in Aroldis Chapman and he pitches the last 2 innings and you still lose 8-0 or 9-1 or something like that. What's the point of using Aroldis Chapman? Because next game, what if you're up by 1 run in the 9th and he's got 2 lefties coming up and you cannot use the best reliever in the game, the best left-handed reliever in the game? You can't use your Aroldis Chapman card because he's out of energy because you used him in a blowout. Take a smart quit, guys. It sounds wild, but I've done it many times and it has saved my runs. So again, assess the situation. It's a video game. You're not a quitter. This doesn't matter in the grand scheme of life. Take a quit. Take a quit. Sometimes they are so crazy beneficial. Don't think that you're going to get some sort of badge of honor for playing out the full 9 innings and taking your ass kicking. Take the smart quit. I made a whole separate video about pinpoint pitching tips a couple of weeks back. If you guys have not seen that video, go check it out. But guys, pinpoint pitching is so money. I don't care how good you guys are with meter. I don't care how good you guys are with analog. Learn pinpoint, because once you get it down, it's not that hard. You're going to get a perfect pitch every single time, and 90% of the time it is going to go literally on a pinpoint, no pun intended, right where you want it to go, guys. All the top players in the world with the best ERAs, they all use pinpoint, and it's impossible to hit. The amount of times I've gotten shut out already this year is insane, and it's all because of pinpoint pitching. So my one tip for something that you should do gameplay-wise on a World Series run is use the hell out of pinpoint pitching. It is so good, and it is so helpful. Although it's kind of unfortunate, the reality is, if you have a gaming monitor, you're going to be better at this game. You're going to be way better at this game. If you're playing on a 45-inch TV versus a gaming monitor, the gaming monitor is going to win every single time, guys. I used to be a fairly average player. I would still get World Series, never would really grind out top 50s or anything like that. I upgraded to my gaming monitor, and it took me to a whole different level. You guys have no clue how insane these are for MLB The Show specifically. So again, I know that that's not a possibility for some people, but if you're really wanting to invest in this game and you love this game and you want to take it to the next level, get a monitor, and a monitor that is specifically 1 millisecond on the response time or lower, even a 0.5. That's what you need. I literally walked into Best Buy and I was like, hey, can you show me a gaming monitor that has a 1 millisecond response time? He showed me the cheapest one they have. I got it, and it has turned me into a whole different player. And I know there's a lot better monitors out there than the one I have, but you don't have to go crazy expensive with it. Like I said, I got the cheapest one Best Buy had, but a 1 millisecond response time monitor versus a TV, oh my God, it is a night and day difference. Another very beneficial piece of equipment for MLB The Show is Control Freaks. Now, I have a knockoff brand of Control Freaks that I got at Walmart. I don't even know what mine are, but still, Control Freaks in general, whether it's actual Control Freak brand or anything else, they will help you specifically with the PCI. I know the Galaxy, the Control Freak Galaxies in particular, most MLB The Show content creators love those, love the Galaxies, so check those out. I feel like they're about $10 to $15 if I'm not mistaken. But again, I have knockoffs from Walmart. I just like the taller ones. The tallest Control Freaks that I can possibly find, those are the best ones for PCI. So if you can throw Control Freaks on your controller, you're going to be a lot more accurate with your PCI as well. Well, there y'all have it. Those are my 7 tips that I truly think could turn any skill level player into a World Series caliber player. Now, let me know in the comment section below if you guys like any of these tips, if you try them and they help you out, or if you just like these tips videos in general, because I like making these and I'm more than happy to do more. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.